Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Radwan. I'm a Visual Studio ALM, MVP, and DevOps Practice Lead. Microsoft released a new command line tool on GitHub which used to migrate work items from TFS and VSTS from different projects. This tool is an open source tool and it is a great example for how to use the work item REST API. This tool also developed using .NET Core, so it is a platform, cross-platform supported, so you can run that from any platform. And this tool is using 3 phases migration. We will see that during this video. So I'm going to explain here a step by step on how to use this tool, how to configure, set the configuration and using the token, all of that, so we can understand how to use that. So let's see that. So here is the repo of the VSTS Work-Item-Migrator. And if we go here we can see that the introduction it's work for VSTS and TFS cross-platform because it's using .NET Core, and of course it's using the work item REST APIs. The feature, it migrate the work item links, attachment, git commit, last 200 revisions, tagging as well. It work with latest version expected, and when we run with vswitch, this is for validate, and with m, this is for migrate. And the migration run on 3 phases, which are automatically, we don't need to like run them manually. Let's see how we will start migrate that. So I will start by downloading. So there is no release. So I will start by downloading the source code and extracting that. And I will open Visual Studio to open the project. The very important notes that this project created using .NET Core version 2. So I must have the Visual Studio 15.5 at least, or installing the .NET Core SDK 2 version 2. So otherwise it will not work. So this is the project. I will take it outside. Usually it become read only because it's downloaded. I prefer to change that. And this is the Visual Studio. So here now I have the solution. You can see there is processing assembly, so there is some processing still working. Let's rebuild the application. Of course, it's very beautiful to have unit testing. I really like that. So all built successfully. So if we come here, because this is .NET Core, so we don't have an exe, we just have a DLL, which is run with .NET. So let me go here. Inside bin. Okay, I will come from here. I will copy that. Change that to be configuration. And here my 2 project. This is the DevOps calendar, which is I need to migrate this project in VSTS to this project, which is calendar source. Forget about the name because this will be source for another project. So I have create query here. to migrate this query in the shared query called PPI's backlog. So this query is retrieving all the work item I want to migrate, including the parent, the child, the test cases, the shared steps, everything I want to migrate. So I have created this query. And to make the things is easy, I selected which work item I want to migrate and I put them with tag to be migrated, so I can have very specific query with all this data. So now I'll have that, and of course we have relationship with that. So if we're displaying that, it will be this is the parent, some of them a child, and so on, with work items as well. Then I went here for calendar source project, and as I explained, because I have here, as we saw, I have another level for backlog, because if we go for the backlog, we can see that I have a custom level which is theme. So I have created this also on the same project here. Let me show you that. So if I go here for on the account level, going for the process, so I customize with calendar scrum, and with calendar scrum I have added theme work item. Once I add this work item with the same field, I also added that as a backlog level here, so we can have it here. So once I have that, I start assign that to my project I want to migrate. So let's do that, because I didn't do that, so we can do that in the video. So if I select here, I will select calendar source to have this template, which is calendar scrum. So now this project is using calendar scrum, which is the same as this template customization on a scrum. Okay, now I have that. So what is the next step? So the next step is to have a token, and then I will just create here migrate work item VSTS. I will put it for 1 year, all scope, and here I put all accessible accounts, so I can use this token with any account I have. Once I create the token, it will appear here, and I will just copy that. So now I have the token. So the next step is to just come here for the configuration that I just copy here, which is this is the configuration, and start editing that. So as we can see, here is the token. So I will put the token here, and also because it is the same token I use as all the account level, then I can use them for both accounts. Then I will just go here. This is the destination account, DevOps sort Visual Studio. So I will put here, and this is the target account. Also I need here to choose which project, so here DevOps calendar. and in this project is calendar source. So this is calendar source. What else? I need the query here. Let's see, where is the query? Target connection. Yes, share the queries on. Let me put here the query. So here is the query. So I have the query and the project, everything is here is defined correctly. So this is the destination. Let's create query here. I will create a query here, my query, which is all. Let's see if I have all already. Let's have it. So okay, so I have nothing here. So this is the source, this is the source, and this is the destination. Okay, let's start the migrate or validate at least. So once I set the configuration, now I'm ready to validate. So let me put it here. So we will write .NET. This is how we run the .NET core, and we can see here is the option. And let's clean the screen. .NET and give the DLL of the project that has our tool. So work item DLL. So as we can see here, it gives us the option and it creates this log file. So here, this is the V validate and M switch to migrate. So here I will give here and dash validate and config, which is this is the configuration after. And let's see. So let's start connecting. And here is the log file, which is all this information. Start validating, and as we can see here, we have 181 work item will be migrated for phase 1 and phase 2. So it automatically detects the phases needed for the migration. Okay, so now I have that, and again, if I open that, I will have the same information. So if I get back here, so yes, it's here 181, that's correct. Here is the destination. If I go for the backlog, it's an empty, and for all work items there is nothing here. I needed also to do something here. I needed to edit and remove the area pass if I have a child area pass, and put everything on the root area pass and the iteration, because this is makes error in the migration. So I put here everything on the root area pass and the iteration pass. So now I'm ready to the migrate. So if I put it here and then instead of V, I will say M, which is migrate, then this should start the real migration. So create work item will proceed 181 work items on the target. So as we can see, it will create these items. completed migration phase 1 and now it's running phase 2. Completed migration phase 2. Succeeded, and it summary of errors and warnings. So as we can see, the zero error, zero not migrated, so everything is migrated. So here, if we refresh, we can see here this is a new project. So we have here, as we can see, the same number of work items. And if we get for the backlog, this is calendar source, which is the destination. If we got here for the backlog, we can see that we got the backlog. And let's open both of them. So we can have all the work items. This is for the backlog, but also with every requirement I have test cases. So as we can see that even the test cases migrated linked test cases. We just have a problem here that the shared step is still linked but it's not here. And to fix that, I will create a query with direct link and start linking them manually. I will report that issue to the team so they can work. If I have time, I could work on that and have a pull request, but probably I will report the error. So, but let me show you how we are going to do that. So I have here, as we can see, all the PPIs with all relation, with all attachment. So if I go for here, as we can see, we have all the relation and the shared steps, everything. It's just here that the steps is missing here. So what we can do is in the calendar source, I can make a query and here I will put a query, new query, say test cases to be fixed. So here this will be a test case and it will be a work item I direct link, and here it will be shared steps. So here I will retrieve all 79 test case has. If I save that, then I will start. This is open with open calendar, so the main idea here. Here I will just add here, which is, this is for example open calendar, the ID is 267, right? So I will delete here and just adding new step, which is open calendar 267. So now open calendar is part of the steps of this one, and then save and so on. So this is how I'm going to save that. One comment, very important: if I want to repeat the migration, I need to make sure about the created tag, which is created by the tool. Let me show you here. If I select all the work item and then click edit, tag, remove, I can see here this tag, which is like a reference number, a GUID reference number to the migration. So I need to remove that if I want to repeat the migration. I will save all the work item, and also since all these work items in my project was under a specific area, so I will return them again to their area, which was DevOps calendar development. So once I have that, if I get back to my backlog, development, then this should display all my backlog, the original backlog before the development. So I remove, of course I can also remove the tag to be migrated, but this is how I just distinguish between which work item to be migrated, and so it could be very easily to retrieve all these work items. At the end, I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me on my blog muhammadradwan.com. You can visit my blog on the link that will appear on the screen, or you can visit also, you can click also on the related video, which is usually something could add to you more information about this related topic about migration for using maybe different tools. Thank you.